We're connecting.
Like from the waist up?
Hi everyone, it's Heidi with Downtown NorCal Live, and you know, my heart goes to all parents and families, and especially our youngest children, those prenatal to 5 kids that would just, they're our future. There's no greater investment. And so today I felt really called to come and talk to someone who's a leader in the early learning world in Yolo County. I'm going to be interviewing Amy Duffy. For 17 years, she has been the director of the University Covenant Nursery School. Hi, Amy.
Hi.
There she is. You are in front of the sign that says Redwood Grove. What is going on here?
Yeah. So in March, like everyone else, we had to rethink how we do preschool with the COVID pandemic hitting. And so our temporary solution last spring was to move preschool online, and we learned a lot from doing virtual preschool. A large part of which is it does not work well for young children, that so much of their development, their social emotional development especially, which is what we really focus on, needs to happen in community. They need to be with other kids. And so we were really motivated this summer to try to research and learn as much as we could and figure out a way to have them safely be back together in small groups. And one of the first things we learned is that being outside is a safer option at this point than being inside. And we were really thankful that we have this big piece of land that the church that our preschool is a part of is on. And so we started trying to brainstorm and just think, how creatively could we make use of this outdoor space and create areas where kids can come and basically create outdoor classrooms. So this is part of one of our outdoor classrooms. And we were able to get donated redwood, and then we have a lovely man who's a part of our church who made us the Redwood Grove sign to help tie it all together. So it is a fun place where our kids are playing and exploring and able to just spread out, but still enjoy being together.
This is an expansive space, and right over to our side I want to just show our viewers the portable sink for sanitation. You have a lot of creative facilities here.
Yeah.
So what can kids expect, and what can parents imagine if they wanted to bring their kids to this preschool?
Yeah, so we have changed the way we do drop-off and pickup, and limited our class sizes. There's been a lot of changes to how we've done things in the past. So we have moved, we got an app that we can have parents do touchless, sign in and do their health checks each day. We have members of our admin team meeting parents at the gate for each classroom area. And so those classes are capped at 12 children in each class. And we meet them there, check their daily health check that's all clear, take their temperature, and then walk them to their space where they're meeting with their class that day. And we have 4 outdoor areas that we've created. And so the classes spend that whole day in their class, and then afterwards our staff right now are working really hard to sanitize each of those spaces so that tomorrow a different group of kids can come and enjoy. So the spaces have different themes and different activities and ways for kids to explore their environment. So far it's been super fun to see them just be so happy to be back together again.
I bet. How are the fires impacting you?
Yeah, well, that's a whole nother level. we moved outdoors to have it be healthier and to protect kids' health and safety. And then the California fires hit, and we have learned more about air quality and found more about all the different apps you can check all of that information on. And we actually had to cancel school. Last week was our first week back. We had to make the hard decision to delay starting until we got the air quality to a range that was safe for young children to be out. Thankfully, our program is only 3 hours long, and so it's not like we have kids outside in this even unhealthy for sensitive groups for long periods of time, but just trying to balance that emotional, social health and well-being with the need to protect their physical health and do that as well as we can.
And mornings do seem to be a little bit better for the air quality.
Yeah.
You are a part of the Yolo County Directors Association. What can you tell us about what's happening to what I mentioned in the beginning, the fragile network of childcare and the early learning options in Yolo County?
Yeah. So we talk on our staff a lot about we're all in the same storm but different boats, and that's true for each of the parents. Families are making all different choices. For some, it's not safe enough yet for their children to come back to a group setting. And the same thing is true for all of our different preschool programs. Our preschool has been really fortunate. We've been around for 17 years and had really passionate volunteers who've helped us build a reserve. It costs a lot of money to make all these changes and to be able to reopen safely. Other programs are newer or have fewer resources or less space to spread out, or even not the option to move all outdoors. So it's impacted each of us differently. But being a part of Yolo County Directors Association for all these years has been a huge gift to me. This is a field where you can tend to be isolated in caring for young children, and so it has been a huge asset to be able to problem solve and collaborate and just encourage each other. And it's been, I think, one of the few bright spots in all of this has been the growth that we've seen in that group. There are just more and more directors who are reaching out and trying to network with each other and help each other figure out all of the new rules and regulations and guidelines and best practice and how it's changing. So that has, from a community perspective, been a real joy for me to get to know more directors and understand their stories and learn together.
Early learning opportunities can be expensive. There's not really much in terms of the public option. Are there scholarships available if kids would like to attend your school?
Yeah, so we have been committed from our very first year to providing scholarships, and we do a lot of fundraising. That's one of the hard things this year is a lot of our fundraisers are a big rummage sale and a big mom's night out bunko night, and things like that can't happen this year. But thankfully we had built a reserve, and so we're still able to offer scholarships. The other big passion we have is including children with special needs in our program, and we fund additional staff to provide support for those children. So we're thankful to still get to do the things that are really important to us.
If people would like to donate to those scholarship programs, how would they do that?
That is a great question. So they are welcome to reach out to me. So we have a website, ucnskids.com, so ucnskids.com, and there's information and a link on there for making donations, and I'd be happy to talk to people too.
What ages do you accept, and are there any other requirements to attend your preschool?
Yeah, so we say 3 to 5. You can actually be 2 years, 9 months, so if you're not quite 3. And then we are really focusing this year on the older kids who will be going off to kindergarten next year, so that pre-kindergarten or transitional kindergarten age group who we feel like really need that social emotional foundation to have them be ready to be a part of a school setting. So those are the kids that we prioritized having more spaces for, and we do still have some spaces for 4 and 5-year-olds.
Your staff has been, as you mentioned earlier, taking down the day. I'm just going to let the camera kind of do its thing and show people the breadth of your space. But while we do that, I wanted to ask you, are there any particular concerns that parents have expressed that you can address?
Yeah.
That's really anything that has been raised that you didn't expect, or
I think it's just a privilege to get to know families' stories, and I don't feel like I can overstate what a hard season this is for young families. Young families traditionally have, they're welcoming new babies and going through so many different milestones with their young kids, and now you throw in trying to do distance learning with their early elementary age children, and working from home and not having the support of grandparents who might be trying to protect their own health and well-being. So we are just grateful that we have the opportunity to be a support for them and to give them a space where for 3 hours their preschool age person can come and run and be with friends and give them that little chance to breathe and take care of all the things they're trying to juggle as a family. So I think that is the biggest thing. I think there are families that are not ready to come back to a group setting, families that have all different benchmarks for when it will feel safe for them. So I think we're just happy to be able to give an opportunity for those families who really need to have that support right now.
Thank you so much for spending this time with us today and for bringing us up to date on what's happening in early learning for Yolo County.
Thank you.
So this is Heidi with Downtown NorCal. I've been talking with Amy Duffy. She's the 17-year director of the University Covenant Nursery School in Davis. Amy, if people want to sign up for your preschool, what should they do?
Yeah, so if you go to our website, you can also download a registration form. And again, that's ucnskids.com. and you can find all of the information there.
Great. Thanks again, and we'll see everyone tomorrow.
Thank you.